What's up guys, shooting yet another video, and this time I'm kind of switching it up just a little bit and I'm talking about tech. So, and of course, in particular, I'm talking about the iPhone 12 that's recently come out. And I feel like if you guys are on any sort of social media, you've probably seen a million different posts about this iPhone 12, or maybe not. Maybe I just follow a lot of different tech Instagrammers. Regardless, we're looking at the new iPhone 12, and I figured what better to do than to make a comparison video, because I make a lot of these and it seems like you guys really enjoy them. So I figured I'd add to it by making a comparison video of the iPhone 12 with the iPhone 11, and I was sort of reading up, and apparently you can get an iPhone 12 for free. I'm sort of like, is that actually a real thing? And it turns out that it actually is real. And I'm gonna get into so much more detail about that in the rest of this video or over the course of this video. But first, if you guys are new here, definitely check out my other videos and definitely subscribe and like this video and hit the notification bell so you guys are up to speed on the latest content that I have coming out. Also follow my Instagram if you feel like it, so you guys are aware as to why I can't put out a video. I do know my previous video I sort of went into a little bit of depth. I'm in grad school. I have a lot of stuff going on, so I'm a pretty busy guy these days. However, we're back making yet another video, and let's get to it. So I feel like I could talk on and on and on all about the iPhone 11 versus iPhone 12 as far as all the specs go. But in order to sort of simplify it and in order to make it, I guess, more enjoyable for you guys, I figured I would sort of just show you guys a comparison between the iPhone 12 and the iPhone 11. But I will talk about some of the features of the iPhone 12 that I really do like, as well as some features that I'm not really that big of a fan of. So starting off with the design, honestly, I can't really tell that much of a difference between the iPhone 11 and the iPhone 12. Of course, side by side, I can be like, oh, this looks different, the shape of this is different. However, I consider myself someone with a very untrained eye when it comes to iPhones, because this iPhone 10 right here that I've had for a couple of years now is probably the only Apple device that I own. Like, I don't own a laptop, I don't own an Apple Watch or any of that. So to an untrained eye like mine, they look fairly similar. So moving on, something else that I found really interesting is the fact that the new iPhone 12 is going to have 5G support.
5G is set to change the world with radically faster speeds. The hardware and software have been optimized for the best 5G experience.
Which just means that you're going to have a phone that works faster and is able to process whether you're playing games or you're on several different apps at the same time. It's essentially just going to be able to process faster. So moving on to the size of the phone, we're looking at a 5.4-inch phone as far as the mini, so that is the iPhone 12 mini, and we're looking at a 6.1 for the regular iPhone 12. So, fairly large screens. Of course, again, a lot of this, for the most part, are things that we see in the iPhone 11 as far as just the general look of the screen of the phone. However, something that I do find that is, I would like to say it's unique to the iPhone 12, is the new charger. So there's a magnetic charger that's going to be used, or at least you're going to be able to use for the iPhone 12, which is called a MagSafe charger, meaning, as far as I understand, you have a magnet attached to your phone and it pretty much just charges it. I feel like it's pretty interesting because I feel like more and more phone companies just across the board, whether it be an iPhone, whether it be a Samsung, a lot of them are sort of moving toward the charging where essentially you put your phone on some sort of magnetic surface and it's able to charge it at a fairly decent rate. So for people who like several different color options, I feel like the iPhone 12 is probably for you, because we're looking at a phone that's going to have several different colors, from red to blue to like every color in between. So as far as price goes, starting at the 12 mini up into the 12 Pro Max, for starters we're looking at an iPhone 12 mini, which is going to be $699. Not $6.99, but $699. I wish it was $699. Actually, you could get it for cheaper than that. I'm going to explain that in a very short second. However, for the iPhone 12, you have a price of $799. For the Pro, you're looking at pretty much $1,000. It's $999. I feel like the fact that it's 3 digits as opposed to 4 is definitely like a psychological trick, because ultimately you will be paying over $1,000 with taxes and all the extra things that you can get. But last but not least, we're looking at the iPhone 12 Pro Max, which is $1,099. But what I found interesting is the fact that if you guys are AT&T users, apparently you can get a $100 trade-in for your iPhone 8 or newer. So essentially, at least the way that I understand it, if I traded this in, I get an $800 trade-in value, which I could essentially put towards the new iPhone 12. But I feel like it's a sort of thing where you're probably going to still make some sort of payment, and there's some sort of fine print that I wasn't able to come across, because I don't know, it just in a way it kind of sounds too good to be true. So I'm definitely going to look more into it and see how that works out. I probably won't be getting myself a new iPhone if I'm being honest, because I kind of like what I have right now. But it's also a limited time offer, so if you guys are interested, it's probably something you would want to check out. So moving on to the cons, there weren't really many that stood out for me, except for one that I'm going to sort of have a little bit of a rant about. And it's about the fact that there's not going to be a power adapter in this case for the iPhone 12. I feel like it just really doesn't make any sense, because for starters, you're going to be paying so much more money first of all, you're paying several $100s for an iPhone. And fun fact, if you guys actually want to know the cost of creating an iPhone, it's pennies. And then they sell that iPhone for like $600, $700, $1,000, over $1,000. And like, even despite that, they're still trying to find ways to nickel and dime customers by taking out little things here and there and having to make you pay 30, 40, 50, $100 later on. And it's mildly frustrating, even though I do own an iPhone 10. So I feel like I'm probably not gonna have to go through like getting a whole new adapter and all of that. But it is a little bit frustrating, if I'm being honest, because we've seen that not only on the iPhone side, but we've seen it on the MacBook side, where they add on like very weird features that aren't really that necessary, and then they take out the necessary features that you would want in a laptop and make you have to pay extra money to get them back. And it's kind of a bullshit move from Apple, if I'm being honest. And I feel like Apple fanboys and girls in the comments are going to be going mad at this video. But I mean, I'm telling the truth. I mean, it's not that I hate Apple or I don't like their products, but I feel like they could do a better job of like treating their customers better, because I feel like at a certain point, they're probably, like Apple customers that is, are probably going to want to make a switch to Samsung. Psych! I'm still going to stick with Apple anyway. But I mean, I feel like even other than Samsung, there are other Android phones that are kind of intriguing that some people might start to check out. I mean, granted, I feel like people aren't going to just jump ship all together at once, but I feel like if Apple keep on up with the way that they create their products, I just feel like people are going to get less and less interested in wanting to get the new ones. And speaking of new ones, I'm sort of waiting for the new update so my iPhone 10 can start working like shit, because almost like clockwork, when like a couple of new iPhones come out, there's like, hey, there's this new update, guys, and then you update your older, in this case my iPhone 10, and then it just starts running like shit. Really? Some of their products are cool, but like the way they like run things is kind of weird. But I mean, if you guys have different opinions, let me know in the comments below. I sort of went on a bit of a tangent. But if you guys did enjoy this video, definitely like the video. Feel free again to comment below if you feel the need to do so. And that's that for today. So I'll catch you guys in the next episode. Peace.